Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Daggerfall Unity. Now last time, if you'll remember, we had just done a Mage's Guild quest involving finding a magical scroll in a dungeon, and we had gone back to the Gothwark, the town in the Rothgarian Mountains we're staying at, and we were ready, preparing to do a Cartographer's Guild quest. Now you'll notice I'm outside of a dungeon that we did the Mage's Guild quest for, the reason being I actually forgot to save after this point, so we're going to have to redo what we did at the very end of last episode, which was just to head back to Gothwark and return the quest. So let's head to Gothwark right now, and actually before I do that, I should remove my enchanted items here. Now I'm hoping that, I'm not sure whether the Cartographer's Guild quests are randomized, so I don't know whether we're going to get sent to Daggerfall again, but I do hope that we will get sent to Daggerfall, but we're going to find out right now. I still have some enchanted effects on. What is that coming from? Is this the vest enchanted? Let's see. I'll remove that. I still have enchanted effects on. I'm not sure from what. Oh, my sword, right? And then what would it be the last enchanted? Oh, this. Okay, perfect. So, back to Gothwark. I really hope the Cartographer's Guild quest still sends us back to Daggerfall so we can get an airship on the way. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we should get a note to do a Cartographer's Guild quest shortly here. Let's see if we do in fact get that note. At the moment I'm not seeing any note. I think it's usually around the same time. Yeah, no note yet. Okay. Well, let's head back to the Mage's Guild and return the quest. Mage's Guild is going to be down here. And I do apologize for the bit of delay, by the way. It's been about a week since I have released an episode, which is quite a while for me. Just been busy with other things, but I'm back, so that is good. Okay, which way am I going here? Oh, I was heading east. I want to head west. And, okay, the Mage's Guild is going to be along the edge of the city here. Man, that's really going to suck if we don't get a Cartographer's Guild quest to do now because of the fact that I forgot to save. That's, again, why it's so important to save in this game. But it's very easy to forget. Okay, good. So a page calls out to you and absentmindedly hands you a parchment. So I imagine that's very likely the Cartographer's Guild quest, but let's go ahead and check it out. So I hope it sends us to, let's see. Daggerfall, perfect. Okay, send us to the Coven on the bluff in Daggerfall. So we are heading back to where we thought we were going to head, so that is very good news. And we can use that opportunity to do the airships mod. Check it out, and I'll explain more of that a little bit later. For now, let's go ahead and return the quest that we just did for the Mage's Guild here. Now, it's been a week since I've played this, so I don't remember exactly where everyone is, so you have to bear with me. Okay, I think they're here. You've done well. Now, I hope you did not read that scroll. Here's the casual cloak I promise you. Now, is this going to be the same? I remember we identified this last time. Is this... Wait, oh. My inventory space is full. Okay. So, hold on. Let's sort out some of our stuff here. So, into the wagon, we should put everything that we're not using right now. All of this stuff, any ingredients that we have. And then, let's see. I guess we can throw in some of this stuff for the time being that we don't need. I just want to clear up inventory space, so screw it, I'm going to throw everything in. Okay. So let's check on this casual cloak. Now, last time it gave us a silence spell, I think, which I don't really care about, but I guess it's worth just making sure that that's what it gave us this time. I don't know if it's going to be a randomized spell or not. Let's see. It is a Cloak of Silence. So I imagine that the reward is predetermined when you get the quest rather than when the quest ends, based on the fact that we've gotten this twice now. Which is an interesting... That's a good piece of knowledge to know. Okay. So, let's go ahead and pull this stuff back out of our wagon here. I can throw this on. There's no reason not to have that on. I'm going to need to put on my Torque of the Orc Lord, and then this Daggerfall Pauldron should increase our capacity here, our inventory capacity. Let's see. We're at 150 now. Daggerfall Pauldron. Now we should be much higher. Wait, isn't this an enchanted pauldron? Oh, this is not the enchanted one, right? I want the enchanted pauldron. If we put this on, now boom. Now we have space to throw this stuff back into our inventory. Okay. Now, the other thing I mentioned doing last time was checking about selling this because it's in worn condition. So if we could get a good price for it, it might be more worth it to sell it for money rather than just let it degrade because we only have a little bit more use of it anyways. And I think in the future we may put less enchantments on weapons because if you look how many enchantments we have here, it's a very high amount, and every enchantment you add, it degrades quicker. So this is just like an amount that it's not worth it to enchant. So or an amount that it's not worth it because it degrades so quickly. Even though this gives us many, many good abilities, it just degrades so quickly that it's probably more worth it to have a few enchantments that are more useful. Okay. Now, I also remember, I'm not sure if we did this last episode, again, bear with me because it's been a little bit, but did we get a spell absorption, a new spell absorption item? Because I remember our cloak basically degraded. And I remember we got a robe or something that let us do spell absorption. Let's see here. It wasn't this. Oh, this was it, right, okay. So this is the cloak we got that absorbs spells. Okay, so everything's pretty much sorted out for the time being. So what I want to do now is, before we head to Daggerfall, I want to actually head out to the shops and sell the goods that we just got. Because this city has shops that are actually better than Daggerfall. At least the alchemy shop is better than the prices we'll get in Daggerfall. So we might as well sell everything here. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so I actually don't, again, I apologize because it's been a little while. I don't remember which shop gives us the good prices. Okay, this is one of them, so I didn't remember that. Well, that's good. So let's sell everything we don't need. So, the Daedric Claymores, let's see. So in our wagon we have a total of 3 Daedric Left Pauldrons right now. Oh, I should put on my Ebony Cuirass before we do any of this. Hold on. Because the Ebony Cuirass is important. That's not the Enchanted Ebony Cuirass. Where is the Enchanted Ebony Cuirass? Should be in the wagon somewhere, right? Where in the world is it? I know it's somewhere. We use it all the time. Why am I so confused here? Okay. It's got to be somewhere here. Wagon. Where is the Ebony Cuirass? Did we lose it somehow? I know we have an enchanted Ebony Cuirass that we use that we've enchanted with reputation and everything. Did we accidentally get rid of it? I'm so confused. So everyone, I actually had to pause the recording there to try and figure out what was going on, and it appears that the Ebony Cuirass has been lost. I have no idea where it went, but I looked back at actually like previous videos and previous saves, and it didn't appear there, so I assume we sold it by accident or something. It was an Ebony Cuirass, just to be clear, that enhanced your reputation with merchants and your personality. And I'm actually, in an earlier episode I couldn't find it too, but I thought this was it, but this isn't it. This is an artifact for Daedra summoning, so I put this on thinking it was the Ebony Cuirass, so I didn't think it was lost, when in fact this isn't the Ebony Cuirass that I'm thinking of. So, given that, I think what we ought to do is actually go and create a new item that has the same enchantments as the Ebony Cuirass did, because that's like a pretty essential item for our use in selling things, and it has a ton of value. So we're going to go ahead and do that now, I think. Hopefully we can find an item in our inventory that's suitable for enchanting, and we'll enchant that before we go and sell all of these items that we just got. So yeah, I have no idea where that Cuirass went. I assume we sold it by accident or something. Maybe someone spotted it out in an earlier episode. But let's go ahead and find the magic item maker. Now, I do not know where he is in here, because again, it's been a little while since I've played this game. Here he is, perfect. Look at that. Okay, so what items can we enchant here? Let's see. First of all, let's figure out how many enchantment points we need to make or get both enchantments I want. So I want to cast when held. What's the personality spell? It's going to be Charisma. And I also want improves reputation with good rep with merchants. So I'm going to need 2,200 enchantment points. I could enchant a Daedric helmet with it, but we only have one Daedric helmet. So let's find something that has 2,200 enchantment points. Now we can also use a soul trap to help enhance the enchantment point capacity of some item. I'm hoping there'll be some non-Daedric item we can use to enchant with this. I'm looking at all of our non-enchanted armor and weapons right now. A lot of it's enchanted, as you can see. Wait, is this enchanted? Why is this coming up? Let's see. Oh, this just shows everything in our wagon, regardless if it's enchanted or not. Okay, so we have a Daedric Left Pauldron. We could do a Daedric Left Pauldron. We have one... How many of those do we have left? We have one... There should be a second one, I think, somewhere, but it's also non-enchanted. Maybe it's here? Yeah. We have two Daedric Left Pauldrons, but I think that in order to enchant this with the spell, we need to use a Soul Trap to significantly improve its capacity. We could also potentially enchant this diamond, because we ended up using this sapphire, excuse me, for Jack of Trades and Orc Strength. So let's try and do that. Let's see if we can enchant the diamond. Let's see if that's enough enchantment points. We're going to want to go to... I think we have to throw it into our inventory here. Where'd it go? Did it go in my inventory? Oh, we equipped it, right? Okay. So, magic items. So, ingredients, diamond, 2200. Okay, so the diamond actually is 3000. How about the ruby? The ruby does not have enough, so let's enchant the diamond. So we're gonna put in cast when held, charisma, and then also good rep with merchants, and that right there should be everything that we need. So let's enchant that. So I apologize everyone for that brief little delay there. I have no idea what happened to our Arcturus, but it's good that we caught that out, because this item, even though it's pretty expensive, it has a lot of value because it's not going to degrade for a very long time, because we only equip it whenever we want to sell things, and it's going to get us a lot of really good prices when we go into shops and make very, very large sales, especially. So now that we've sorted that out, we can head back to the armor shop and actually sell our goods and sort out our inventory here for things that we want and things that we don't want. So let's do that right now. So let's head to Dunk Door's General Smithy. And sell our inventory. Okay. So finally we're back here and we can actually do what we intended to do. So in our wagon, we have 2 extra Daedric Left Pauldrons. I'm trying to think whether we want to hold on to both of them. I think for the time being we will. The reason for that is that once this expires, we're going to want to enchant another Daedric Left Pauldron with these enchantments, and then we'll want to have a third one as a backup for that when that next one expires. So I'm thinking in a very long-term future here, but we could probably sell one, but for the time being we'll hold on to it. We obviously want the Cuirass and the Daikatana, but in our wagon we should have a bunch of other stuff we don't need at the moment. We certainly don't need this Daedric Wakazashi. I have no idea how to say that weapon's name. So we'll sell all of that right there. And I also wanted to check on how much we can sell this for. Also, it is actually, I think, worth it to sell this. Even though it's worn, look how much it sells for. Almost 100,000. More than 100,000 gold. So this isn't going to give us much more value in terms of actual usage, but selling it is actually very worth it. So that's good to know. So I think with enchanted items, when they're close to degrading, we ought to go to the store and sell them. To make a significant amount of money back. And we have this ebony blade we can now use as our enchanted weapon. We obviously want to hold on to these. I wonder how much these are worth, by the way. Hardly anything. How in the world? This is only worth 500 gold? That's crazy to me. Daedric boots are only worth 500 gold. I do not get that at all. Okay. And they're not worn or anything. They're new. Alright, fine. So, I think we're ready to sell all that. Oh, I forgot to even... Oh, no, I do have it on. I do have the diamond on, right? I was... thinking I forgot to put on the Ebony Cuirass, but we're not using an Ebony Cuirass anymore, we're using this Diamond Mark. So, 79,000, good enough. I'm happy with that. And let's just sort out our inventory real quick here. Because I don't want to carry around all the stuff. So I think we should throw these 2 items into our wagon until we potentially need them. And then the Cloth Amulet of Good Luck we want to keep using for the time being, along with this Torque Amulet here. And then the Ebony Blade we don't need at the moment, so I'm going to throw that in there. The Daedric Leaping Boots we want to hold on to. And then this Silent Casual Cloak, we're going to want to sell that. I assume we might have to go to a clothing shop to sell this. Ring of the Wise we can keep in our inventory. The Vest, I don't know why I have this. I think we're going to throw that into our wagon here. I think maybe I was thinking of using that for enchantment purposes. I'm not sure how many enchantment points we get on that exactly. But I think the next thing to do is to go sell our alchemy ingredients and then maybe this book. And I can throw this ruby into our wagon as well, as we don't need it in our inventory at the moment. Okay. So I think we're ready to head out now. And this I actually don't need on right now either. I might as well throw that out so it doesn't degrade its enchantments. Just Just making sure there's nothing I forgot about selling here. Now, we do have these 2 Daedric Claymores. I don't think I need both of these, because I have 1 Daedric Daikatana I can enchant, and I have this Ebony Mail. So I think we can sell one of the Daedric Claymores. I don't think we need to hold on to both. So we're going to do that. Let's just sell 1 Daedric Claymore here. It'll give us a pretty good price. Perfect. Okay. So next stop is the Alchemy Shop. I'm trying to check if there's a clothing shop around here real quick before we head to the Alchemy Shop. There is, because I want to sell that. Oh, this is a really bad shop to sell things at. We can wait to sell this until we get a Daggerfall, because that is not the price that we want. We might be able to sell it at the pawn shop, actually, if they have one. So for now, yeah, there's a pawn shop right up here, actually. And hopefully we can sell our cloak there that we got as a quest reward. Okay, here's the pawn shop. Doesn't give us the best message in the world, but certainly better than that clothing shop. So let's see if we can sell... We can, perfect. So I want to sell this casual cloak. I don't need this at all. And then this cloth amulet of good luck is battered, so it's like about to break. What about this? This thing's probably battered too, right? This is also like about to break. I wonder if we could just sell these 2 things. How much would they sell for? I'm trying to think, is it worth it to sell these? Because we have something lined up to replace these 2 things. We have a gem that's going to be doing the job that both of these things were doing. How much would these sell for? 1600. 1600's barely anything, to be honest. I might as well just keep them and let them expire on their own. Yeah, we'll let them expire on their own. Okay. Finally, now to the Alchemy Shop, up to the northeast. And then we can finally get on to the real adventure for the episode. Sorry for the bit of cleanup we had to do at the start here. It is always annoying, not only for the Let's Play itself, but just for me, when I wait a while to record an episode, I sort of forget what's going on and I have to reacquaint myself with things and sort things out. So, because it's been a while since I've recorded one, that's what we're going to have to do here. So, all of these ingredients, we don't need any of this stuff. We'll keep the ruby for enchantment purposes in the future, but everything else can go. Wow, that's hardly any money at all. That's fine. We have a ton of money now, 200,000. That's a lot. Okay, and this is the thing that's going to replace the cloth amulet of good luck and the torque of the Orc Lord that we've been using. Enchantments are so useful in this game. It really would suck if you don't have access to enchantments. That's why the Mages Guild and other guilds... Are there other guilds that give you enchantments? I think there probably are. But it's such an essential service to be able to access. It just gives you so much utility. So, we finally sorted all that out. So it's time to actually go on our journey now and do this quest for the Cartographer's Guild in the Rothgarian Mountains. So, I'm going to remove any enchanted items that we may have on that are... that could degrade. We still have a ton of... or we have too much inventory space. We're totally overboard with too much stuff, and the reason for that is that we have so much gold that we're carrying around. But that problem will be solved once we get to Daggerfall. I don't think we're going to need to equip anything for any reason at the moment anyways, so we should be okay to be overweight for the moment. So what we need to do is actually head to Lambcroft Court in the Rothgarian Mountains to get instructions on our specific assignment for the Cartographer's Guild. So let's head there now. Looks like it's kind of far away. That's fine, we'll travel there right now. Okay. We're going to save the game before we do any of this. So we should... The individual for the Cartographer's Guild is going to be somewhere here. I guess we ought to just rest for the night because it's 8 p.m. We have some magicka to restore anyways, so let's do that. Where is the innkeeper? This is the innkeeper, I think. Oh, wait, no. This is a... Alright, we can do this quest, actually. The clan of vampires has decided that I am not worthy of life, and so they plan to kill me tonight. You must help me if you can. Will you protect me? Sure. The clans will be attacking the Masterly residence sometime in the night. That is where I live. I am leaving town to live in the country tonight, so you must only guard me till then. Okay, so the Masterly residence is where we have to go. Now, I have no idea why I thought this was the innkeeper. It's been too long since I played this game. Okay. We need a room for the night, but we actually need to go protect this guy. So let's see if we can figure out where the Masterly residence is. And I assume this is the... Oh, this guy doesn't like me, huh? I just want him to mark it on my map. Will he actually mark it on my map? It's to the east of where we're standing. That's not very helpful. And then the Greenton residence, which is where the Cartographer's Guild person is to the south. Okay. Actually, to be fair, there's not a ton of things that are to the east of here. There's a lot to the southeast, but let's see if we can find which one the Masterly residence is. I don't know how I'm going to find it, because there's no civilians around, so I pretty much just have to check every door. I assume whichever one it is will be actually open for us to go into, or else the quest wouldn't make sense. We have to be able to actually access this house to protect this guy. Perfect. This must be it. The vampires are not here yet. You better get ready. Okay. Thank you for the warning, game. I will indeed get ready. That's ready enough. I wouldn't have accepted this quest if it was a very long, intensive quest, because I want to get on with the Cartographer's Guild quest, but given that it's only involving me, being occupied for this one night, I think it's fine. There are enemies nearby. Okay. Hello, hello. They're here. No, stop them. Don't let them get to me. Okay, so I assume we have to kill these guys as quick as possible before this guy dies. So, alright. I guess I need to equip this. I should also equip this. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try and kill them as quick as possible so they can't kill this guy. Are there any more? I should probably heal myself here before any more pop out. I'm not getting any sort of quest prompt here. I don't know if I need to stay in here for the rest of the night or what the deal is. Let's see. I can wait. Maybe I'll rest. I'll loiter for an hour. So nothing seems to have changed here. Can I actually rest in this house without committing a crime? Hold on. Let's save the game. Let's try and rest in here. I have not rented a room, right? Okay, I'll just loiter another hour. Okay, it's 11 at night. I'll loiter one more hour. It's 12 at night now. Okay, I think that we probably have covered him. Let's head back to the inn and see if he talks to us and gives us a reward. Might have been just those two vampires. It seems like it probably was. Okay, into the inn we go. This was the guy. Let's see. You helped me, thank you. Perfect. So we successfully saved that guy's life. Beautiful. Okay, that was actually an interesting quest prompt. I wish I'd hit yes on that, but we have to get on with our business. Okay, so let's get a room. Oh, we already have a room here, I think. So we can rest here until fully healed. That should bring us to the morning. Then we can figure out where this Cartographer's Guild quest person is. 8:23 in the morning. Okay. So we need to find the Greenton residence, which must be where this person is. We got it marked on our map right away. And it's all the way to the south, so let's head there right now. And it's finally winter. I do like the winter landscape. Now, we're not going to see any 3D trees for a while because the winter set has not been done in the 3D trees mod, the Trees of Daggerfall mod. This is it, I believe. I think this is the right place. Let's check around for the NPC. Wait, is that it? Oh, that's definitely it. Okay. So, the NPC in question should definitely be somewhere around here. That is not them, I don't think. This is it. Okay, we'll save the game before we talk to her. Let's see what she has to say. A pleasure to see you, Titian. You'll start at the Burning Martyr of Kinnereth in the Daggerfall region. It's by the coast on the west side. March south on the hills above the coastline. It shouldn't take long before you see an open clearing with an altar and a single witch. When you're done, come back to me with your report and you'll get your pay. I wonder if we've actually been here already. I remember a similar prompt. I guess we'll see. It depends on if it's marked on our map or not. I think I recognize the name as well. I'll take a picture of this just to make sure we don't forget the instructions in case we need them. But without further ado, it's time to head to Daggerfall and do this Cartographer's Guild quest. So, off we go to the Burning Martyr of Kinnereth to begin our journey. And I guess I should save before I go, because this is going to be a long journey. So I'm going to save the game real quick. Okay, now we can head to the Burning Martyr of Kinnereth. I should also make sure I have no enchanted items on that are going to degrade. This could degrade, this could degrade. So I'm going to take all this stuff off. Okay, now we're finally ready to go. Burning Martyr of Kinnereth, here we go. 41 days, yeah, this is going to be a while. We can take a ship, actually, to shorten the time a little bit. Okay, so here we are at the Burning Martyr of Kinnereth. I think I recognize this coastline. I think I remember going to this Witch's Coven before. So, let's just read the instructions real quick. I have them up here on my phone. So, we're going to start on the west side. It's by the coast on the west side. So this is the west side of... Is this the west side? Let's see. No, this is the south side. Oh, that can't be right, because this will lead us into the ocean. So it's going to be... Start here, I think. March south on the hills above the coastline. So these are the hills above the coastline. And then we'll see an open clearing with an altar and a witch. I think we have been here before. It's funny that we're being sent back to the same place. We can actually even check on the map. I bet it's probably already marked there if we've been there before. Yeah, Coven on the Bluff. We have definitely been here. I remember this was the Witch's Coven that we couldn't get quests from. I actually ended up... So when we came here before for another Cartographer's Guild quest, I think that was the reason we came here at least, I tried to do a quest for the Witch and it just didn't work. It wouldn't let us return the quest after we did it. I actually posted about this on the forums to try and get feedback on what was going on, because I thought it was a bug. And it might have something to do with all the mods we have installed, because I did get responses and they basically said, yeah, it's definitely not working in your save, but when we try and do these quests in our save, it does work. So there do seem to be unforeseen things that can potentially break when you modify the game a lot, such as that. So, because people really weren't able to figure out why the Witch's quests don't seem to work on our save in particular. But I think overall, we have not encountered very many game-breaking things like that. I mean, not being able to do Witch's Coven's quest isn't the biggest deal in the whole world. Regardless, let's go ahead and run south. And I guess while we're running, I should talk about the airships mod, which we're going to be hopefully showcasing. I'm not sure if I want to do it at the end of this episode. Maybe I'll start at the end of this episode, and then we'll pick it up at the beginning of next episode too. So as I had mentioned, one of the big problems is that the default... You see the Coven of the Bluff before you, so perfect. So that's going to be the prompt we need for this quest. This is the witch from the Coven on the Bluff, and as you can see, she transforms from an old hag into a pretty young lady. Typical witch thing to do. Now, I would do a quest for her, except for the fact that they seem to be broken, so no point wasting our time doing that. So I think what we'll do for the time being is head to Daggerfall, the city of Daggerfall, maybe put some of our money in the bank there, and then take an airship back to the Rothgarian Mountains. I think that's what we are going to aim to do here. So we'll save the game. And let's head over to Daggerfall right now. Home sweet home. We know this city very well. Now this right here is the individual who sells the airships. Before we can go and commandeer one, what we need to do is, well, rest for the night and then head to the bank. So let's get a room in good old Daggerfall, and let's rest for the night. We'll rest until fully healed first off, and then we need to rest for like 7 hours. That should get us to the late morning. 10:30. Okay, perfect. So as I was saying about the airships mod, one of the reasons that we didn't do it initially is because the prices for airships were really expensive. Even for the smallest airship, it was a default at 1 million gold. Now, even with all the loot we've gotten over time, we have, I think we've reached 1 million gold now. If we check our wealth here, we have over 1 million now, if you take into account the 230,000 plus the money in Daggerfall and these other regions. But we've just barely gotten there, so I don't want to spend every single cent I have on an airship. Obviously, all of our money was stored in Daggerfall too, so we couldn't buy an airship anyways till we got back here. Now, I made the executive decision to reduce the prices of the airships by about half. I made the smallest airship cost 400,000, which is still very expensive. I made the medium-sized airship cost 1 million, I think, and then the biggest airship cost 2 million. I thought those were pretty fair prices because 400,000 would be a significant debt in our savings, but it's not going to completely wipe them out, which I think just wouldn't be justified. The airship's a fun feature, but it's not something that's going to absolutely transform our gameplay experience such that I think it really is worth 1 million golds. So, after having made that executive decision, I think we will buy the smallest airship for now, and maybe when we're really rich later on in the game, we can buy a big airship for a higher price. So, for the time being, let's put our letters of credit into the bank, and we'll deposit our 51,472 gold, and we will admire the fact that we actually have 1 million gold for at least one time in this game for the moment. So we'll just take a look at that for a second, because that's not going to be last for much longer, because we're about to go buy an airship. Now, since we're heading back to the Rothgarian Mountains, how much money do I have there right now? Almost none. So I think it's probably a good idea to take out more than 400,000. I want to take out 400,000 to buy the ship, and then I probably want like 100,000 to take back to the Rothgarian Mountains in case we need to spend it on something, maybe more. You don't want to, you know, take any risks with this. I don't want to run out of money for any reason, so I'm going to save the game before we do this. The only painful thing about constantly getting letters of credit is that it does cost money. Wait, what is this? Deposit. No, I want to withdraw a letter of credit for 700,000. No, 600,000. We'll bring 200,000 back. It costs money whenever you pull out letters of credit, which does kind of suck, but it didn't cost that much. I think it only cost us like 5,000 gold to do that. So, we have 600,000 gold. Let's go and buy our airship and test it out. Now, I do remember it lagging slightly when I tested it out, off screen a little bit ago, but hopefully it's not too laggy such that it ruins the experience of using it. I think the airship salesperson was over here by the south entrance, if I do recall correctly. So let's go and see if we can get one. Now, I am very excited to showcase this mod. I do think it's very, very cool, so I hope you all enjoy it too. We will see. I have really not played with it that much, and I haven't actually, I've barely used one myself. I only used it to make sure it was working, so there could be glitches along the way, things that don't work, but we will find out. So, let's see if I'm right. Okay, good. There is someone out here. Let's see if we can get an airship. I guess we should save the game before we actually buy any airship. Okay. Buy and sell a ship. So let's buy a small airship. 400,000 gold. Let's do it. I'm ready to splurge. So we have our airship now. So my understanding is to use our airship, how do we actually summon it to where we are? Charter a ship? Is that it? Now, charter a ship is like when we want to rent a ship, but I want to bring my airship here. Okay, ship. How do I get it over to where I am right now? I'm actually not sure how I bring my ship to where I am. Do I talk to him? Hello, Titian. Are you interested in transportation to another location? We offer the fastest ships to other large cities at reduced rates for long distances, but we also provide smaller ships to any other location. The upfront cost is lower, but long distance travel can be more expensive, so what do you say? Buy, sell. How do we bring ours here? I have this. I just want to bring it here. How do I actually call? Oh, okay. I did successfully buy it. It seems like it's appeared now in our transport menu, so if I hit ship, I believe it should come to us. There it is. There's our ship. Now, it's not the biggest one. Hopefully we'll get the biggest one someday if we make even more money. I hope I can actually sell this thing. Maybe to sell it to trade out for the biggest one. I do hope that's a feature of this. And you see this rope comes down, so we click on the rope, and we are up in our airship now. It is pretty small, I have to say, but I think we can take a hold of it here, and look at that. We can actually control it and start flying. Autopilot 1, 2. I'm not sure how the autopilot system works exactly. Can we actually raise it up? Because it's a little bit high in the air here. I do feel that it should be a little bit, or a little bit low in the air, I mean. We're like right on top of the landscape here. I'd like to be a little bit higher up. And I wonder if you can make it much faster than this, because this is pretty slow, not gonna lie. This is not fast enough to get places very efficiently, in my opinion. But it is pretty cool to be able to take this and use it to traverse the skies of Daggerfall. I think what I'll do is I'll pause the recording right here and check on the settings of the mod to figure out how to increase its speed so we can go a little bit faster here. Alright everyone, so I quickly reread the instructions of a text file, and I think I have a good grasp on how to use this thing. So you can change the speed, so this is the lowest speed right here, 1. And if I double click my forward key, I can increase the speed up to a maximum of 10, which does make the game lag slightly. And the other thing you can do is if I click on autopilot up here, it will make it so that the ship automatically avoids mountains and things. So that fixes my complaint about it being a little bit too low to the ground. So like if we try and go up to a mountain here, I think it will automatically push us up. Yes, it does. Okay, perfect. That's great. So that's the second thing I figured out how to do. Now, I'm not sure if this is the fastest airship. I think maybe this is slower because it's a smaller airship, but I couldn't tell you for sure. It is very cool to look over the landscape of Daggerfall, though, as we fly around in this thing. And then the next thing I figured out how to do is how to actually direct it to locations. So the way that you do that is we actually have to click out of it, as far as I can tell. But once we've clicked out of it, let's see if I can get out of the airship right here. And then I click on the map. You can see right now we're here in Oxbeth. So let's say we want to get to... Let's try going to the Blessed Oracle of Kinnereth over here. If we click on it, the autopilot will automatically bring us over there, which is very useful. So let's hop out of the airship again. I just want to hop out of controlling things. Okay. Oops, I don't want to jump off by accident. And we can just admire the landscape as we head over there. And you can see another airship flying there. That's a bigger one. That's one we can aspire to get one day. Ours is pretty lame right now. And I wonder how long it will take us to get there. We do move significantly faster than if we were walking, of course. You can imagine how long this would take. But I'm not sure how viable it is to fly all the way back to Gothwark in this thing, given how far it is. I guess it will depend on how long it takes us to get over to the Oracle of Kinnereth. We might need to just fast travel like normal back to Gothwark, unless we really want to be in here for a long time. But I could certainly see this being easy to use over long distances. This will also be really cool. Let's see, a group of travelers pass through the east as you pass by and nod towards each other, continuing on your journeys. So that's a Warm Ashes encounter in the wilderness, I guess. I wonder how this interacts with that. I feel like this isn't going to work very well with Warm Ashes because it will spawn any encounters on the ground, not up here in the airship. Now, like I was saying, this may not be good for traversing the whole of Daggerfall because it's still, Daggerfall's massive, so this is still relatively slow. But it certainly could be good for traversing smaller distances, and I think it would work very well in conjunction with something like Tedious Travel, which we obviously don't use. But if you were using Tedious Travel, this would be a way to get places a lot quicker as you progress later into the game. So this would be a great synergy with that mod, I think, potentially. Because Tedious Travel, you don't fast travel anywhere, you have to walk everywhere at an enhanced speed, of course. But I wonder how the enhanced speed of Tedious Travel compares to the enhanced speed you get by being on this thing. So I'm actually not recording the time it's taking us to get there, or get to this place, but I am trying to keep a general sense in my mind. It hasn't been too long. You can see a town over there. Another cool use of this is you might discover unknown locations or dungeons while you're flying up in the sky, which is very, very cool. We can even check where we are on the map right now. Let's see. We're pretty close now. So it actually doesn't take too long. We are going very fast, and we're almost there. I assume it will give us a rope to head down onto the ground once we get there. I guess we're going to find out. So I think, even though it doesn't take too long, I think it's going to still be a bit too long to fly all the way back to the Rothgarian Mountains like this, unless I did sort of like an episode where I just chat about random other things, which I could consider doing as we enjoy the landscape of Daggerfall along the way. But if that is too boring, which it might be, we might need to just travel back to the Rothgarian Mountains, fast travel back, return the Cartographer's Guild quest, and then we can start using this to get around to specific locations there, rather than fast traveling. Now, the interesting thing about this, too, is that if you look at the time still seems to move at a normal rate. So it seems that you can get to places in a much quicker time using this thing, which I'm not sure if that's intended or if that's more of a glitch. But, potentially, if it might take me days and days to travel normally somewhere, I can use the airship to get there in one day. So this could be used to cheat quest timers, things like that, if we forget to, do a certain quest timer, and we only have a day left to do it or something. This could be useful for that purpose as well. I don't know if that's an intended feature or not. It makes sense that you take like a plane somewhere. Obviously, you'll get there much faster than if you were traveling on foot, which is what fast traveling is basically meant to simulate. So I guess that makes sense in a way. Are we heading to the... I feel like we've gone past where we wanted to go. Oh, this is the one that we wanted to go to, the Blessed Oracle, right? Okay. So we are almost there. It took a bit longer because I actually thought we were going to a temple that was near, but we're pretty close to the Blessed Oracle now. And I do think this is a very cool mod. Now, it does lag slightly, as you can see, and I imagine with something like Trees of Daggerfall enabled, it would lag even more. One thing we could do to help, I think, is... Let me see. Real grass is something that always lags this thing. Now, real grass isn't even probably enabled right now, actually, because there's no grass, but just in case it's still running somehow and causing lag, I heard that if you do real grass toggle and just temporarily shut it off, let's see, that can make things be a little bit less laggy. I can see ourselves just sometimes grabbing the wheel and going wherever we want, manually doing it, or setting on autopilot. Both sound fun. There seems to be a big lake over there. I wonder if that's marked on our map. Yeah, that's the one right there, probably. That is a massive lake. I think that's where we found one of our first sky shards. If you remember, sky shards is a mod where there's basically these shards sticking up in the middle of the wilderness. You click on them to increase your skills. One of them is sitting in that lake, I believe. And this looks like probably the place we were heading for. I think this is the place. So hopefully we can figure out how to actually get off of this airship successfully without dying. Let's see. So we've arrived here now. How do I actually get down? I don't see the ropes that would allow us to. Well, I'm going to save the game just in case, I don't want to die here. So one idea I have maybe is just, okay, I would try to click my transport button but to get out, but that didn't seem to work. Let's see, toggle ropes, maybe. I want to just get down. Can I get down safely here? Oh, here are the ropes. I just want to get down. Stop? Would stop do it? Send away? I'm not sure how to get down here. Toggle ropes. How do I even select these? It doesn't seem to be doing anything when I click on these things. Customize. Sails. Oh, we can change the color of our sails. That's pretty cool. I want a big blue, nice light blue sail. Okay, perfect. Okay, I did that successfully, but I still haven't figured out how to get down on the ground. I mean, I can always jump down and levitate to make sure I die. Oh. Okay, but the ropes went away, but that's not really what I wanted to do here. There's our nice light blue sail. Okay. So how do I actually get down? I guess I'm just going to try jumping down. Okay, this is probably going to kill us, so I'm going to go ahead and levitate to make sure we don't die. So that's something we do need to figure out for sure. I'm still actually technically in the ship mode here. Like, I can't select any other mode of transportation, so I think we are going to have to figure this out, so hold on. Okay, everyone, so I think I had managed to actually figure out how to use the rope successfully. So if we hit toggle ropes and turn the ropes back on, when we click here, it thinks we're clicking on the ship. We have to really make an intentional purpose to click away, and I seem to be able to get it to work before. Let's see if I can do it again. If we were able to click away enough and much more clearly click on the rope, it's tended to work. Let me try again. It's not working anymore, but I did manage to get down by actually clicking on the rope, but it's a little bit finicky here. Trying to just stand all the way on the edge here to make it no. Okay, look at that. So it's just a little bit finicky, but there we go. And now the rope is gone. I wonder if we click ship again, what will happen? So I think maybe it just stays there now. But if we click ship again, like over here, for instance, I think it will come over to us. Let's see. Yeah, it comes over to us. So that's very cool. Or it gets... That time it didn't. If I click ship, will it bring the rope down again? I assume it will when we travel to a new area. Regardless, this was a pretty good demonstration of the airships mod. Just a little preview here at the end of the episode. Let's see what happens if we do this. It's going to come over to us and put the rope down, I hope. It comes over to us, but it's not putting the rope down too well. Oh, I can click on it and hit toggle rope. I assume that's what will get it to go down. Beautiful. Okay. So we now have a ship that we can use to travel around, which is very, very cool. And I am excited to be using this in future episodes of the playthrough. It seems like a very good addition to the game. So thank you all very much for watching this episode. I guess next episode we will head back to the Rothgarian Mountains, travel around a little bit with this, and do some more quests. So again, so sorry so much for the delay between episodes. I know sometimes I don't post on the every other day schedule that I've been sticking to regularly. So I know it was about a week before this one came out, but I'm excited to be back playing, and I will see you all next time for some more Daggerfall.